याचना क्या प्रार्थना क्या, प्रभु जो सब कुछ वारे हैं। याचना क्या प्रार्थना क्या, प्रभु जो सब कुछ वारे हैं। प्रभु जो सब कुछ वारे हैं। हम तो हैं एक आत्मा, तन में चमकते तारे हैं। कर्म योगी साथ प्रभु के, खेल जग का खेलना। कर्म योगी साथ प्रभु के, खेल जग का खेलना। और फिर हो कर के साक्षी, कर्म अपने देखना। और फिर हो कर के साक्षी, कर्म अपने देखना। खिल रहे हम कमल जैसे, सबसे न्यारे न्यारे हैं। खिल रहे हम कमल जैसे, सबसे न्यारे न्यारे हैं। सबसे न्यारे न्यारे हैं। हम तो हैं एक आत्मा, तन में चमकते तारे हैं। परम प्यारे प्रभु पिता को हम तो अतिशय प्यारे हैं। परम प्यारे प्रभु पिता को हम तो अतिशय प्यारे हैं। हम तो हैं एक आत्मा, तन में चमकते तारे हैं। 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 कर लो अनुभव प्रभु प्यार का, बाहों में वो बुला रहा। वो करुणा कर दया का सागर, स्नेह में सबको समा रहा। कर लो अनुभव प्रभु प्यार का।
Om Shanti, good evening. A very warm welcome to all of you for the today's session. As like every day, today also we have our sister Shalu. I am welcoming her also. Sister Shalu, a warm welcome to you also.
Om Shanti, thank you.
Om Shanti. Yes, please continue this session, please.
Thank you, Shwetaben.
Ji.
Good evening to all of you. Before starting today's discussion, I will just sit in few minutes of contemplation. Just start with the conversation with yourself that I am an actor playing a beautiful role on this world drama stage. Even though my all the acts are not perfect, still every moment, every second, I, as an actor, try my best to perform my role near to perfection. Eternally, we all actors are very gentle. We all actors are very pure and very peaceful. This is the eternal nature of all of us. But at some point of time, while playing different roles, we accumulated something which does not belong to us. This is the time to leave or to let go everything which is making us uncomfortable and which has made us uncomfortable. To enjoy this journey of life, I always have choices what to take away, what to carry on. And as an intelligent being, I know that the wastage is burden in this journey. So I have to let go the wastage which I have been holding since a long time, considering that as important. See yourself doing the journey of life happily, enjoying with your family, having beautiful relations with your family members. Just imagine that your family members feel comfortable, feel protective, feel confident in your presence. Your pure energy work as a sustaining force for your family. Or another way, the negative emotions which sometimes take hold on me may become the reason to make my family members uncomfortable, insecure, or not that much confident. So, as an actor, I'm not having, I'm not only having the responsibility of my role, I'm also having the responsibility what I am spreading all around by playing that role. So, on the screen of your mind, see yourself enjoying the life to its full, not based on the outer resources or outer abundance, materialistic abundance, but your enjoyment is based on your internal abundance. Your enjoyment is based on using your true qualities. Your enjoyment is based on being your true self. Whatever I has done, I am doing, and I will be doing in future. The only purpose is to lead this journey of life happily, peacefully. So at every step in life, I have a check post, I have a checking point. Am I going in the right direction? Have I taken the right road towards the destiny of peace and happiness? If the answer is yes, then keep on going the same road. If the answer is no, then take a U-turn before you are lost by traveling miles and miles in opposite direction of your destiny. Awareness and awakening are my companions in this journey, which will help me to be on the right track always. Now remember who is on the journey. The eternal energy is on the journey. The energy is using the costume and changing different costumes on this long journey of life. I am the energy, and with this awareness, with this awakening, we will start today's discussion. Om Shanti. So today topic of discussion, first we'll start with the topic of rebirth. Just give me a second to share with you. So the question arises that why the soul has to leave the body, again has to adopt a new body as a child, again perform different actions, again going through the process of childhood and then young, then old, and then again shed the body and adopt a new body. So why rebirth? Why this journey? So there are a few answers to this question. And the first one is actors in world drama. Second is karma accountability. And third is eternity. So let's start from the first one, which we just practiced in the small meditation exercise also. The first is actors in world drama. So we all are actors, and the beauty of actor lies in the acting. So the soul sitting in Param not not taking any costume, not adopting any body. So it's in Param the soul is not performing any action, not using its energy to perform any action. So as an actor, the soul descends from Paramdham on earth, takes a costume and start to act. So this is the basic reason that as an actor, we all souls do act and to, to, to share our emotions, to perform different activities as a creative actor, we adopt the body. And while performing these actions, the soul is eternal. It changes, it goes from one body to another, to another, to another. And during this journey, we create different kind of karmas with other souls, other soul brothers. And so initially we started the journey as an actor, but after some time, or we can say uh, after Silver Age, till Silver Age, we were not having any karma accountability because we didn't share anything negative with any other soul. So we were not in karma accountability. But from Dwapar Yuga, we started creating karma accountability with other souls. And till Treta Yuga, till Silver Age, we were performing our beautiful acts as a beautiful actors. But after that, the rebirth, reason of rebirth was acting plus karma accountability. And slowly, slowly, as we were not about the law of karmas, as we were not aware about the law of karmas, as we were not aware how to perform good karmas, how to avoid the entangling of karmas with other souls. So we kept on doing whatever we could do. We kept on acting. And during that process, we created so much karma accountability. And now the karma accountability is very high. And because of that karma accountability, the quality of our acting has been also reduced because the more focus is on karma's accountability now rather than acting. Initially, there was no karma accountability when we came from Paramdham. So the more focus was on acting, and the acting was beautiful. Now the more focus is on clearing the karmas, cleansing the karma accounts. So this is the second reason. And third, we all know that as a soul, we are eternal. So once done something, so that energy once created, so that continues with the soul until the soul gets the result of that energy. So this is also reason that it comes in the rebirth. So these are three reasons that a soul goes on in the process of rebirth. But we have heard so many concepts about the rebirth from our elders. Even we have heard, even we used to believe that until we started thinking more logically and started thinking uh, in a in a pattern that is this possible? Is this possible? In a questioning pattern. So the one concept is which we have heard that today we are in the body of a human. To be in this body of a human, we have been in different bodies of birds, of animals. We have been the crow, we have been the sparrow, we have been the parrot, we have been the lion, we have been the goat, we have been the dog. So we have done such a difficult journey to be in this body, and now we are in this body. And the reason to be in this body is that we definitely have done so many good things. That is why we were chosen to give this body, and now we are in this body of human, and it's time to enjoy the full. And because of this concept, we even forget, or we even become lenient with the law of karma, and we just focus on the temporary happiness and temporary happiness we get from the pleasures, and we just sometimes indulge into the wrong activities also because of this concept or because of this belief system. So this is the one thing which we have heard. uh, this there is it's showing the rebirth of a human soul. So the child is uh, uh, the soul is leaving the old body, going to the womb of a mother, and then taking birth as a child, then growing up, then the body has become old, then the soul leaves the body, again goes to the womb. So this is the process of rebirth of human soul. So here the question arises that the soul is again entering into the womb of a human being. It's not going to the womb of some other animal, or it's not going to the womb of a lion, or womb of a dog, or womb of a some other animal. So what exactly rebirth of human souls can be in different genders, nationalities, religions, social status, and abilities. But that is happening within the human society. Gender can be male or female. Nationality can also be different. The religion can also be one. Once the soul is in a Christian family, maybe next birth it's going into a Hindu family. The social status can also vary. All these are depending on the karma accountability and the abilities also. So this is explaining that as is the seed, so is the tree. If we are sowing a uh, seed of apple or seed of mango, so the tree is coming that is coming out of that seed is going to be of apple or mango. So the same is with the concept of soul. As a soul, the soul is the seed, and if the seed is of human, so the body which the soul is going to adopt is going to be of human. If the seed is of some animal, if the seed is of some bird, the soul is going to make the same that kind of tree, what kind of seed it is. So this is a clarification of the concept that we have been in different kind of yonis, different animals, different birds, and now we are human beings. And the reason of, of adopting this human body today is the reason that we have done so many good karmas. So the second question arises that if we, or if all the human souls, or 800 crores or near 800 crores, all the souls on this earth, all the human souls on this earth have adopted the body of a human being just because they have done very good karmas in the past. So why are the people, or why are the human beings on this earth facing problems, facing problems of health, physical health, mental health, facing the problem of money? Why they're facing the problems in relations? Because the result of this birth, if the result of this birth is result of past nice karmas, past beautiful karmas, then this birth is supposed to be perfect. If not total perfect, then at least near to perfection. But this birth is has become a you know point of distress, or this birth has become like a punishment for so many people. So why this is happening? If we have cleared our past karma account, if we have a accumulation of good karmas, then this birth is supposed to be good. So this is also a question which we cannot answer based on the belief system that we have traveling so many different yonis, and we have cleared our past accounts, and we have done good karmas, and now we are in the human body. So the main point which we want to clear here is that we are human souls, and whatever karma we do, we get the fruit of those karmas by adopting a human body only. We do not roam around in different kind of yonis. We adopt. This is a good news for all of us, because at some point of time we used to feel this is the only life we are given, and because of that wrong belief system, we we just make ourselves not doing as much good as we can, and sometimes we also indulge uh, in some not that much good karma activities. So this is the main concept. Human souls take rebirth as humans only, but never in other species. So this is the main concept we want to clarify there. And what are the evidences of rebirth? So child prodigy. So you can see many examples related to this concept, that you can see few children, um, even at the age of 5, 6, or 10, they are so much intelligent. Even they were not trained for that intelligence. There was no education given to them, but still they are intelligent. So this is an evidence that soul is eternal, and the soul is carrying forward that intelligence from the past birth, and those sanskars which it is carrying forward has emerged in this birth, and that is the reason that surprisingly intelligent children are there. So these are few examples. The second is past life regression. So um, there are few examples that the people are suffering from diseases which are not detectable by the medical science. Medical science is saying that they are perfect. There is no issue with that organ on the body, or with that. There is not supposed to be that kind of problem which a person is experiencing practically. So and then the past life regression um, was was tried on those people. It was experimented, and it was found that the disease or the pain which a person is feeling at this moment of time, it is related to some past life injury, or some past life pain which the soul is still carrying. Even the body is perfect in this birth, but the soul is in the mind. The soul is carrying the impression of that pain, and physically there is no pain, but the soul is creating that pain mentally. So, and then in the past life regression, those people are relieved from that pain by doing some therapies, and by using the commands, by giving some commands to them, and then they start living their life normally in this life, in this body. So this is the second evidence of rebirth. And during this past life regression, uh, there was no human being has been found to speak a language of an animal, or of a bird. All human beings were found to speak the languages which are existing languages of human being on this earth. Some speak Japanese, some speak Spanish, some speak Urdu, some speak Hindi, some speak Sanskrit, some speak Marathi, some speak English. So, but no one speaks like a sparrow, like a parrot, or no one roar like an animal, like a lion. So that is also giving us the hint that all the souls have have come from a human body, and now also they are in a human body, and the whole journey a soul is doing by sitting in a human costume. So this is the second evidence of rebirth. And the third is the past life memories. So we have seen so many examples that even um, even if you remember, if you have experienced, maybe some of you have experienced, which I have generally experienced, that in this birth you visit a place for the first time, and or some event is happening for the first time, but but inside your head you start thinking that the same thing has happened previously. Also, I have visited the same place at some previous moment of time also, but we are aware that but that we have never come to that place, or such event or such incidents has never happened in my life, but still inside we are having a very gut feeling that this has happened, or I have visited this place previously also. And there are a few examples of the children um, who are totally aware of their past life, and some even told the names which they were holding in the past birth. Some also told about the name of the relatives also, and when it was verified, it was found to be true. So, because the soul is eternal, and whatever the memories it is carrying inside, they never die. The only thing happens is that this is the law of nature, that this if the soul is changing the body, so all the past memories of the past life, they just get merged, and the uh, new life memories start emerging. But there are few cases when the memories of children do not get that much merged, and up to some age, like up to age of 7, 8, maybe 10 years, the memories of past life were very much refreshed in the mind of child. But after that, they start getting weak, they start getting little hazy, and then person starts involving it, himself or herself in his new life. But there are some incidences that the memories were very much clear, and the evidences are there. You can check out from the news and from the Google also. So this is also an evidence that a soul has come from the past life and it has taken the rebirth. So these are the evidences of rebirth. So this concept of rebirth uh, creates a feeling of respect for everybody, because we do not know from what background or from uh, what what big roles the soul has placed in the past life, or what difficult situations the soul has gone in the past life, we see some children very very smiling, very calm, because they are coming from a peaceful background. But we also see some children which are very very fearful, or they are very irritated. So that is not because the problem is not with that soul. The problem is with the past conditions the soul has just come from. Suppose the soul left the body in very traumatic conditions, and now the soul entered into the womb of mother, and it is coming out after 4 5, like after coming in the womb of mother, the child is taking birth after 5 months maybe, or 6 months. So after coming out, the memories of the past birth are very much refreshed inside the soul, and it cannot express because the organs are not that much not that much big that the soul can express the pain. So the only way to express the pain is to get irritated, to cry again and again, or to show the fear, or not smiling. So these are because of the conditions what the soul has faced. So this concept of rebirth totally changes our perspective towards the people. Okay, so this was all about rebirth. Now, a different topic we will be discussing today is divine acts of the Supreme. So I'll just share with you. Just give me a moment so that I can share. Okay, so just so that Supreme Soul is not some human form. It is it is an energy. It is energy with highest consciousness. It is energy which is ever pure. It is the energy which is not entangled in the karma accounts. It is energy which is not get distracted or attracted by the nature's this beautiful game of nature on earth. It is the energy which is always detached. It is the seed of the human of it is the seed of the total this total uh, total world on earth, because it is having the knowledge, the true knowledge of what was the time, what is the time, and what time is going to come. So we call this energy with different names. We call him the one who is having the knowledge of everything, one who is beyond everything, one who is universally accepted, one who is almighty, supreme, who is having all the powers. So, what are the divine acts of God? If I ask you, what job is God having in this world drama, as we all are having uh, the responsibilities of our homes, responsibility to sustain the body we are using to sustain our families. So, what responsibility the God is having for this universe? What act he is supposed to do? So just give a few seconds to yourself, because we have many concepts what he must doing. He is the responsible for the floods. He is the responsible for the thunderstorm. He is the responsible for for the fires at different places. So, what is he really responsible for? Just give you moments to think what God is supposed to do and what he exactly doing at this moment of time to play his role. What role he is having as a supreme actor. He's the actor also. He's the director also. So what role he's supposed to play in this world drama? So as we also, I think you must have your answers in your head. So let's go ahead. So God is a word which is made up of three words. It's God. And we always write when we refer to the highest, when we refer to the supreme, we always use capital G, capital O, and capital D. So the name itself is telling about the act which the God is supposed to do. G means generator, O means operator. So these are three actions which God performs: generator, operator, and destroyer. So what he generates, what he operates, and what he destroys, and how he generates, how he operates, and how he destroys. So this is all about we're going to discuss today. So God is itself, he is not using any physical body, but he is supposed to do some actions which no other soul can do in this physical world, in this world drama stage. Even though he is not having any physical body, but he is supposed to do few acts in this world of physical, in this world of five elements, but he is not using those five elements, so he needs some instruments to perform his task. And what three tasks he is supposed to perform is generator, operator, and destroyer. These three tasks he perform in this world drama, and to perform these three tasks uh, he used the ordinary humans who are ordinary souls who are using the physical costumes, and he used them as an instrument to perform his task. So the first and very important task is generator. So what he generates? He generates the goodness, he generates the love, he generates the happiness. So he generates the environment which is full of abundance, internal and external, both abundance. So for that purpose, he uses a human soul, using sitting in a human body, and his name was Dada Lekhraj, and he used to do the deals in the diamond jewelry, and he was very much into the bhakti. He had many different gurus, 12 gurus, to find what is truth, and his life was going on very easily. Very much resources he was having in this at that time. This is the story about 1936-37, when India was under the control of Britishers, and he was staying with his family. He was having 5 children, uh, and a wife, and he was staying in Sindh, Hyderabad. So there once a satsang was going on in his home. He belonged to a Sindhi community, and he was having a very good name, very much respect in the whole Sindhi community. And once a satsang was going on, his guru was in his home, and he had a vision uh, of a light, and some words were spoken from his mouth, and one of his family member saw that there was a he was having red eyes, and there was red light in the whole room, and that was the first interaction but like first incidents which was quite confusing, which was quite puzzling for him. So he approached his guru, and but the guru was also not having any answer that what happened to him. um, so one day one of his friends suggested him to go in some isolation and to practice some silence, to go away from all the business for a few days, to take a vacation. And so he did so. He went to a place, and there he did some churning. He was very much religious, and he had read many books, or many many shastras. He used to read Gita also. So based on that, he started thinking, he started churning. And at that place, he was sitting in a garden, and he saw the scene of destruction in front of his eyes was happening, the missiles and the bombs, and there was rivers of blood all around. People were crying, and he just said, "Oh, I cannot see this." And so that vision of destruction just stopped, and he started in front with open eyes. He started seeing a vision that how the stars from up above the sky are coming and touching the earth, and some are turning into the prince and some are turning into the princess. And he heard a voice that you are having the responsibility to make such world. So he was totally under the confusion that how can I make such a world? I'm just a normal human being. So such incidences happened to him. And one incident when his relative, one of his relative, was not was very much sick, and he went to meet him. And there he saw that how the soul leaves the body, how the soul, who is the master of the body, and when death comes, so how the soul leaves the body. So he saw that a point of light shining in the forehead, and then all the energy, that was a vision which he was having at that moment of time. All the energy starting from the bottom, started from the toes, all the energy started gathering, coming upward, and all the energy got concentrated in the head, and then a point of light flew away from the body. So this was the vision which made him to think about the soul. And then from there on, he started practicing, I am a soul. And he used to write the name of every family member, and then write, this is also Yashoda is a soul. This is a soul. He used to write the name of his wife. He used to write the name of his children, and then write, this is a soul. This is a soul. This is a soul. So initial phases, this was the intense practice. Even though he was not very much clear that what he is supposed to do, how the things are going to take the shape, and who is the one who is making, who is giving him the different visions, he was not very much clear. But yes, he was having that intuition that something is happening. And slowly he started creating disinterest in the business. So when he came back from that isolation stage to his business, so he saw the diamonds, and he said that these all are stones. So his family members and his business partner were very much surprised at what he is saying. What has happened to Dada Lekhraj? So they asked, "Oh, why are you saying this? There must be some real diamonds," because he was very famous to examine or to judge which is the true diamond. So when he took all the diamonds in his hand, he said, all are stones. I have found the real diamond. I have found the real gem." So he was talking about the soul, and slowly he started doing some Om Dhwani. So people started coming to him. He started all this at his home only. People started coming to him, and there was a group uh, which started operating, and the name of the group was Om Mandali. maximum number was female, and some brothers also used to come. And the the sound of that Om Dhwani was very much attractive for them, and they used to sit for hours and hours in the one position um, without moving any part of the body, without any movement of the body, and they used to experience the peace in that stage of Om Dhwani. And slowly, when all the laws, all the rules, and all the regulations were started being shared with the family or with the group of that Om Mandali, because what he used to say that I am not the one, but there is some power who is making me to uh, to speak, or who is speaking through me, and who is giving these directions, because I myself is not aware of what concepts, what knowledge is being shared. I myself was also not aware of this concept and this knowledge, and people used to have the vision of Krishna from him. So even that was also a matter of concern for him and his family, because the female used to see Krishna and they just run towards him, and the family members of that female uh, used to uh, used to make an objection on this, that this is wrong, how how our family member is behaving in this way, because that was an Indian society. So there were many restrictions from Sindhi society also, because because of the rules and regulations, because of the laws of celibacy. So all that happened. Uh, there some legal actions were also taken against him. But one thing which he always used to say, that I am I am just an instrument which is being used by the Supreme, and the purpose is just to create the world of harmony, world of purity. So then a law, or we can say then a regulation was passed, that the one who will come, or the one who will come to join the Om Mandali, they must have the permission from their family. Suppose a wife wants to join or wants to come to Om Mandali, so she must have permission from the husband. Or uh, uh, suppose a mother wants to come, so she must have the permission from the father or from the children. So the overall consent was that family members should have the consent, that okay, we are sending our family member to the Om Mandali, so that uh, they are not having a wrong conception. So in this way all this started. And initially, the knowledge which was shared by Supreme through Dada Lekhraj was not that much refined as we are listening today. Initially, it was told that the soul is like a thumb, because if initially they tell that that you are all point of light, you all are energies, so at that point of time there was not much spirituality. It was much more related to religion, much more related to bhakti. So if directly you are telling to somebody you all are energy and everything is happening at an energy level, so that would be difficult for the people to digest. So initially the knowledge was in very much raw form. It was told that the soul is like a thumb, and Om means to create positive energy, and you just sit and do Om Dhwani. Not very much details of the knowledge were discussed initially, and then slowly the group started expanding, and there was almost 375 members of that group who used to come from the families, um, sit in the satsang for a few hours and go back to the family. But when there was restrictions started happening from the family side, so some decided to leave their homes and come to Dada Lekhraj. So a provision was made for those who left their homes and came to him. So a different bungalow was taken on rent, and they all were made to stay in that bungalow. And if some family member of those come to take them back, so they were allowed to take them back, because it was a rule that you must have permission from your family. If you are not having, then you cannot uh, join that group. So because that was becoming a point of disturbance for others also. So some 375 people got permission from their families, and they decided to surrender their life for this purpose. And from that point, this surrendering thing, surrendering to this life started. Initially, it was just people used to come and go back. There was Dada Lekras used to stay with his family, with his wife, and with his children. So this all started in this way. And then from the instructions or from the intuitions which he got from God, he decided to surrender all his property for this to perform the divine act which God wanted to perform through him, to perform the transformation of the people, to perform the positive transformation of the people, of the souls. So, with the direction of Supreme, he decided to surrender his property of 18 crore in 1937. And, a, and God, at that moment of time, also directed that all this, uh, all this is going to happen uh, through female power. Females are going to have the lead role in this spreading of knowledge all around the world. So there was a group of eight sisters. Some were married, some were unmarried, and that was a trust made. And Dada Lekra surrendered his property, movable or immovable property, to that group. Um, he also discussed this with his family, with his sons, with his daughters, with his wife, and all of them agreed to support him in this act. And from that moment, all the property was surrendered to that group, and Dada Lekhraj was also started a life like he just the lifestyle was totally changed from from a person dealing in diamonds, and now he was wearing white clothes and um, trying to focus to the supreme, trying to change his sanskars. So it was a totally different life, and his family members also started following the same life. uh, after some time, one or two of his sons do not continue, and they left. But his daughter and his wife was with him till the last day. And so this is the way how Supreme started giving the knowledge. And whatever we are discussing today, that is the knowledge of not given by a human being, that is the knowledge of Supreme. uh, and in 1968, uh, just give me a second, I'll just move the slides. So that the Lake Raj was totally into this path of spirituality. And one important thing was that uh, he was not that much involved in his family after because the chapter of soul made him and his family to believe that we all are a child of one supreme. And so the relation which they used to share that was totally transformed into a different kind of relation. And one more point I would like to add in this history, that all this was happening in Sindh state and the city of Hyderabad, which is presently in Pakistan. And all this was happening because these incidents were happening in 1936, 37, or 1940s. And at that moment of time, it was a united Bharat, it was a united country. But when 1947, there was partition of Bharat and Pakistan, and they got the direction that now you're supposed to move in the new Bharat, which the world is going to know, the land which the whole world is going to know as Bharat, because the the area in which they were residing, that has come to Pakistan. So now where to go to Bharat? Because all the property, all the belongings which Dada Lekhraj was having, that all was in Pakistan, and 375 members of that group. So where to go and how to go? So a small visit was given to New India by 2-3 people of the group, and they decided to move to Mount Abu. And then a whole ship was booked for the group, and they all took all their belongings, and then they came to India. But after coming India, the group faced many problems, many financial problems, because Dada Lake, whatever money he was having, they all shifted to India in 1950. From 1937 to 1950, all the property which he surrendered for the group was almost exhausted, uh, and and he couldn't take much property of him, much property which was on the name of the trust. He couldn't take that property to the India. There were some laws, and because of those laws, they could take only some money, and with that some money they came to India. And after coming to India, okay, yeah, Shwetaben, I'm not moving to the next slide because I'll just complete the history first, then I'll move to the next slide. So So after coming to India, after some time, after a few months, they started facing financial crisis because no one in the group was doing any job, doing any business. There was no earning hand. Dada Lekhraj has also stopped his business. So they faced many problems, and during that time of crisis, many people left the group also, because all the people who were in that group, they were mainly from a rich family background, and they were not uh, they never faced so many difficulties. They never faced financial crisis in their life, and their family members were also giving invitation to them, please come back to us, because the family members were also not much happy that their children or or, or their family members are going through such a tough phase. Although they are having very much money, they were very well settled. So many left the group. Many were having faith that no, this is the life we want to live, and we will uh, face any situations, whatever hard situations come, we will face that, but we will not go back. So the story goes on like this, and slowly, uh, this from the direction of the Supreme, the different sisters who joined the group at age of maybe 10 or 12 initially in 1937, now they were very much mature. They were in age of 22, 23, 25, 26, and now they were given directions to move to different parts of India and to spread the knowledge which they have learned in those 14, 15 years. Now this is the time to spread the knowledge and to tell the world about the Raj Yoga which they have learned. So it was a shocking point for them also, because they never thought that they are supposed to move out from that group and spread the knowledge. So all this process started, and slowly, when people realized that this knowledge is very much beneficial for them, so they started giving monetary contributions also. And in this way, the financial crisis came to an end. And today this uh, whole work of Supreme is going on uh, in a very fast way. So this is the first step, that God generates a beautiful world. The generation starts at an individual level. The generation starts at a mind level, at an intellectual level. And we all are the part of that generation. We are generating the right kind of thoughts, we are generating the right kind of emotions, we are generating the right kind of attitude, we are spreading the right kind of vibrations all around. So this is the first step of generation. And all this knowledge came through Dada Lake Raj, whose name was changed by the Supreme, and he was given the name of Brahma, because Brahma is in Indian mythology, Brahma is responsible for creation of new world. So Supreme used him and changed his name to Brahma. He was not some extraordinary person. He was a normal human being like any other human being, but Supreme chosen him to be his instrument. But the lead role in the administration was not given to the male, or was not given to him. It was given to the females. So this is the first role. The second role, which runs parallel to the generation, is the destruction. uh, because if we are generating something new, then we are supposed to destroy the old. Suppose we are sowing new seeds, and there is a wastage grown in the field, so we have to destroy that, and we are supposed to sow the new seeds. In the same way, we are carrying our old sanskars, we are carrying our old habits, and we want to generate something new. So, parallelly, we have to destroy the old also, and we have to generate the new. So, as a destroyer, this picture is used as a symbolic of destroyer. He's not wearing any clothes on the body, and the whole character is of a sannyasi or of a tapasvi. So this character is basically related to a soul. When we start uh, considering ourselves detached soul, detached from this costume, detached from this body, and then we start living a life of awareness, then the negativity sitting inside starts getting burning. So these two things happening, and then whatever we generated, now this is time to sustain that generation. Suppose you get up in the morning, and you generate the thought that I am a happy soul, I am a caring soul, I am a loving soul, I am a knowledgeable soul, I am a powerful soul. So you generated this thought in the morning, and now our responsibility is to sustain that energy, sustain that higher consciousness the whole day. So these three are the works of God. And how, as a child of God, how we can perform these three actions is to generate right kind of thoughts, to destroy the unwanted, to destroy the wastage, and then to operate the right kind of thought, or we can say this, to sustain the right kind of thoughts. And these three R's, we can be Master Brahma, Master Shankar, Master Vishnu, because God is using these to perform his actions. But his actions is at a bigger level. He is performing at a universal level. But at an individual level, how am I going to perform this role, is to be generator of positivity, destroyer of wastage, destroyer of negativity, and to sustain that positivity which I create daily, or which I am creating after every hour, or which I am creating every morning. So these are the divine acts which which he is supposed to perform. And so this is which we all know, that where is God? Somewhere God is everywhere. So this is like omnipresence of God is very much questionable, because if God was supposed to be present in each and every particle of this universe, So the universe was not supposed to be in such a downgraded position. Universe was supposed to be in very much uplifted position. So these are examples that if God is everywhere, why go in search of him? Because someone is saying, oh God, please come, I want to see you, please give a vision to me. So if God is within us, so why are we searching for him outside, or why are we looking for him upside for his help? So this is one example. And this is like person is sick and he is asking for help. Please, please have mercy on me, please heal me. So if the God is lying inside him, so he is not supposed to call anybody outside. He must realize that someone is lying inside, and he must heal him also. So this is an example that if you are putting an iron in fire, so the presence of fire is shown by the heat transferred to the iron, and the color of the iron is also changed into red. So if God was supposed to be present in every particle of this universe, then the universe must be in very uplifted stage. The universe must be in very happy stage, which is not the practicality. So this shows that he is not omnipresent, he is not everywhere in this universe, but he is the one who can make all this into the proper order again. So this is another example. One person is killing another. So is it possible that God is sitting inside the person who is killing another? Definitely not. And is it possible the God is sitting inside the one who is being killed by another? Because if God is sitting inside this person, the one who is killing, so he must be having mercy, because God is ocean of mercy. And if God is sitting inside this who is being killed by another, so God is powerful. He must be that much powerful that he saved himself. This is another act. Can God do such kind of acts? Definitely not. So who is preying on whom? So this is saying, we say that the God is in the dog, God is in the goat, God is in the lion, God is in the water, God is in every particle of this earth. So is that possible? Just imagine the area which are not very much clean, which are full of bad smell. So God is supposed to be in that particle also? Definitely not. He is a unique identity. He is having a unique identity. He is a different personality all over. So as mentioned, there are the words yada yada hi dharmasya glanirбhavati bharata. That means whenever there will be a total dissonance with the righteousness, then I will descend from Paramdham, and this is the time that God is descending from incorporeal world Nirakari Lok to to earth. So this is where the God is supposed to come from. God is omnipotent but not omnipresent. He is a unique identity. He is the highest personality. He is the highest being of this universe. So he is not omnipresent, but yes, he is omnipotent, and he is using his powers, he is using his wisdom, he is transferring his wisdom to all his children, and he is doing so to make them aware, to help them to transform for the better. So we can experience different kinds of relationships with the universe. Relationships which as a soul we can experience with the supreme soul. And the Raj Yoga is Raj Yoga, the basis of Raj Yoga is to create that relationship with the Supreme. And through that relationship, we experience the different kind of energies, different kind of emotions from the Supreme. So this is what he does, and this is how we can connect to him. Okay, so this was all about the divine acts of Supreme. aware of negativity, wastage, and to sustain what we created. So this is all uh, about the rebirth and the divine acts. So before going to question and answer session, we will take 3 minutes just to reflect on what we have just heard. So take a moment and bring to the consciousness, bring yourself to the higher consciousness, the consciousness of eternity, the consciousness of where I have come from, the consciousness of why I have come from, I have come from, why I have come to perform beautiful actions. I have come to use my original virtues and powers in my actions. I have come to act as an actor on this world drama stage, and my responsibility at this moment of time is to generate the higher consciousness, is to destroy the low energy thoughts or low energy vibrations, and to sustain the higher consciousness, to sustain the higher quality thoughts. In this way, I can help. I can help in the divine act of Supreme by transforming myself. I have the responsibility of myself. The responsibility of whole world lies with the Supreme, but responsibility of myself lies with me. He has given me the wisdom. He has given me the right path, the right track, the right knowledge. He has given me the light of knowledge. With that light, I can see what is right, what is wrong, and I can take the responsibility of myself to transform myself, the one, the one whom I like to be. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you, sister, for the wonderful session. So now it's time for a question and answer. If anyone has any questions, please write directly to the chat window to the Shalu Didi only.
Om Shanti. Before start question answering, tomorrow is a very important experience sharing session in our group Prafulla Bhaiji, which is the CA of the one of the company. So he will share experience also in knowledge, depth of the knowledge. So tomorrow, please join in time also. If anyone asks question, please you can chat on post. if anyone difference between omnipresent, omnipotent, and omnipresent.
Okay, so uh, omnipresent means to be everywhere, and omnipotent means to be supreme, to have all the powers. So he is having all the powers, but he is not present everywhere, or he is not controlling each and every moment of the universe. This means that we as a soul are having the responsibility for our actions. We cannot make him, or we cannot blame him to be responsible for our actions. What he can do is he is having the right kind of knowledge. That is why he is called, he is knowledgeful, ocean of knowledge. And through that right kind of knowledge, we can judge ourselves. He's the most powerful human. He's the most powerful being. He's the most powerful soul. But he is not present in each and every point of matter. So this is the difference between omnipotent, means most powerful, having all the powers, but not omnipresent. That means not present in everything.
So in YouTube, also some of the questions,
Yes.
how we decide the birth.
Okay, we do not decide the birth. Our actions decide the birth. Our karmas decide the birth. So if you want control, if you want to have control on your birth, then we must have the control on the actions we are performing on this stage. Our actions leads, or our action, the energy which we created through our actions takes us to the next birth.
Om Shanti. There is one more question, sister,
Yes.
from Vadiraj Kulkarni. It's a general question. To practice Rajyoga meditation, Amrit Vela, I am able to get up early, but feel that I am disturbing my family members. So if I can stay awake on my bed, can I keep connecting to God?
Of course, you can, because there is no particular position or no particular place which you must which you must sit to perform Raj Yoga. But it's up to you that if you are comfortable sitting on your bed, because there are the vibrations of the sleep. But if you are able to keep yourself awake and to keep yourself in awakening position on your bed, then you can definitely sit there and practice. Otherwise, you just get up slowly and you come or sit in an open area. You are not supposed to speak anything, or you just sit silently, or you just do some churning inside. So yes, you can do the way you feel comfortable. There is no hard and fast rule.
We will also do one session on Amrit Vela so that all the doubts are clear.
Yeah.
शैलेंद्र जोशी यूट्यूब पर क्वेश्चन है इज ओनली ऑन आवर अर्थ एवरी 5000 years drama changes satyug to kalyug in earth only pace of and I see this is the only pace there is a drama is doing.
Okay, so Shailendraji, what I can understand from your question is that uh, you want to know about the birth in every 5,000 years. So every 5,000 years, our births, the rebirths are taking place of every soul. And all the rewards are based on the actions the soul is performing using a body. So yeah, the question is only on our earth every 5,000 years drama change Satyug to Kalyug? Is earth only place of living beings? Yes. Uh, as per the Supreme, as per the knowledge which we are having from the Supreme, Earth is the only planet where the souls are coming to play the parts, where this living energy is coming into this animate come to the inanimate to perform the actions. The soul is coming into the body to perform the actions. So this is in the cycle of 5,000 years goes on Earth, and with Earth other planets and other structure of the nature is also changing, which we are not having that much detail about what other changes happens in the nature, but definitely the earth is going through 5,000 through the period of 5,000 years, and many changes in those 5,000 years, and those changes are also happening in different elements of nature, because five elements are not only on earth, the five elements are on different planets also, but the perfect combination of five elements to create a human body, which should be used by the soul, that perfect combination exists on earth only. Om Shanti.
If anybody wants, they can directly hand raise so that ask question directly.
I think questions are over.
Yes, yes.
Om Shanti. Thank you, sister, for clarifying all the questions. And thank you all for the joining today's session. And we will meet again tomorrow for another interesting session. Thank you. Om Shanti.
Thank you. Om Shanti. Good night.